my channel. Today I filmed a bronzed and glowing inspired makeup tutorial because yesterday I splurged and I got the new Chanel bronzer. Oops. I went to one store and they didn't have it, like I'm not meant to get it, and then I walked to the other part of the mall and that part of the mall had it and I was like, it's fate, they have it, I need to get it. So I got it and it is absolutely amazing. I know it's expensive, but it is 100% worth it. It is so gorgeous and it smells like, I can't even describe what it smells like.
It just smells good. It just smells good.
By no means do you have to have this to do this tutorial, but I just happen to use this bronzer. You can use any bronzer you have, but I use this one and actually a couple other ones. But if you'd like to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. Starting off this look, as always, I'm going to be priming my eyelids with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Then going into my Naked 1 palette, I'm going to be picking up the color Naked and I'm going to be putting it all in the crease and upper crease. This is just going to be a transition shade so that everything blends nicely. Then picking up the color Buck, I'm going to be putting this more directly into the crease just to give it a little darkness. Out of that same palette, I'm going to be picking up the color Half Baked. I'm going to be putting it all over my eyelid. Then going into my Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette, I'm going to be picking up this top right-hand corner shade. There's not any names or numbers on it, so I can't tell you exactly what it is. But if you have the palette, it's just the top right-hand corner shade. It's just an orangey, bronzy shade, and I'm going to be putting it all over my lid. Then I'm going to be picking up the lightest color in the palette. It's a shimmery whitish color, and I'm going to be putting that in the inner, maybe third of my eyelid, and in my inner tear duct, and on my brow bone. So I did already prime my skin and I put on the Magic Lumi primer and I am using the L'Oreal Lumi foundation. And the brush that I'm using to put my foundation on is a Sigma Kabuki brush and it's the F80. For concealer, I'm going to be using my tried and true MAC Prolongwear in NW20. I'm going to be placing this concealer everywhere I want to be really highlighted because I want this to be a really glowy look. So I'm just going to be putting it underneath my eyes pretty dramatically, bringing it pretty far down. And then I'm also going to be putting it on the sides of my nose, on my chin, on my nose, on the top of my nose, on my forehead, and a little bit by the sides of my mouth. This is just going to make us look more glowing and more awake. So for the first of many highlighters I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using High Beam by Benefit and just putting this all over my cheekbones and down the bridge of my nose. Alright, and for the first bronzer I'm using the Chanel bronzer. Oh, just look at it, it's so pretty. Alright, so I'm just taking it on a kabuki brush. This is the F86 by Sigma, and I'm just going to be putting it on the parts of my face that I like to have it bronzed, or maybe like more contoured, I guess, but I'm not really contouring, maybe just the spots that I would normally contour in. So I'm just putting it on my forehead, underneath my cheekbones, underneath my chin a little bit, on the sides of my nose, just to give that overall bronzed look.
How pretty is this bronzer? Like, I can't stop looking at myself. You need it.
To set my concealer, I'm using my Anastasia Contour Kit in the banana shade just to set everywhere I put my concealer. And for the rest of my face, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me powder. Alright, and for under my eyes, I'm going to be using this brownish, orangish matte shade, and I'm just going to be putting this underneath my lower lash line, and I am going to be blending it out quite heavily. I really want it to be really smoked out for this look. Alright, and to set the Chanel bronzer and to give a little more bronze, I'm just going to be using my, what was that, Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer all over the same places that I put the bronzer before. For one last bronzer, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Trublend Minerals bronzer, and I've had this bronzer for so long, but it's really glowy and I love it. And for blush, I'm just using my Becca blush in Wild Honey. And for highlighter today, I decided to use my Becca Opal and my Becca Moonstone highlighter, and I know that might be overkill, but since I had them both, I decided to use them both. By no means do you have to use both of them, but it just turned out really, really pretty. Then I just took a big stippling brush just to make sure that everything was well blended. Then taking one of my all-time favorite drugstore mascaras, this is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. And for lashes today, I'm using some Esquido lashes in the style Viola Lash. Don't forget to give your bottom lashes a couple coats of mascara as well. Using the Tarte Waterline Brightener, I'm just going to be lining my inner waterline. And for my lips, I'm just going to be lining them with the MAC Strip Down Lip Liner and then using the MAC lipstick in the color Myth. Alright, and this is the final look. It's very bronzy and very glowy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My name is up in the left-hand corner. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.